Hi, gorgeous. I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Corinne, and I wrote a book called Sex is Your Superpower about women, wisdom, femininity, and sex. And it is so amazing. It's amazing for young girls, women who are still dating. I've also had women who are married tell me it was really great for them too. But nothing in it is vulgar. I always have to say that. There is nothing in this book that is vulgar, but it really does teach you how to connect with your body. So we're in chapter 1, and chapter 1 is called Drop into Your Body. So if you've ever heard the term disassociation just basically means that you are not connected, like you're not present in your body. So let's say, for instance, if I'm binging on food and I'm not understanding, I'm not realizing, recognizing, acknowledging my feeling of fullness inside of my body. I'm just like, I'm still eating, I'm still eating, I'm still eating, I'm still eating. That can be a form of disassociation. Another form of disassociation could be going through life or just honestly anything and just not being there. It's like akin to going through the motions. So what's a really great example of disassociation? So if I am having a conversation with somebody, it's a really hard conversation for me, I don't want to have it, I might disassociate, meaning I just won't be there. I won't be present. I won't be looking at that person in the eye. I won't be feeling my heartbeat. I'll just kind of be there like, okay. I'm disassociating. It's very, very easy to disassociate when you don't feel your feelings. So in my book and in my practice, in my work, a lot of the times I talk to women about relationships because that is where a lot of women get tripped up, and that is where a lot of women have their heartache. Okay, it is relationships, and it's typically romantic relationships. So that's why I'm very, very clear on talking to women about, wisdom, sex, womanhood, and femininity. And most of the times it is packaged with romantic relationships because that is where a lot of women tend to struggle. That's where a lot of women tend to give up their power. Okay, it might not even be a man is asking you to give up your power. You just might be giving up your power. You might think that if you accommodate him, or if you say yes to everything, then that is a way you can keep him. I go into that tidbit more in my Sex is Your Superpower course. You can find that in the description box. Highly recommend. Okay, it really is a 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10 if I'm being honest. But that disassociation leads us to not listen to our intuition, and we don't trust ourselves. And intuition, as a woman, I want you to think about intuition like having a 20-day forecast into the future. Intuition can tell you what is going on in the future. And everybody says hindsight is 2020. So imagine being able to have the foresight for the future in the present. So I would highly recommend getting into your body so you can listen into your intuition. And I know that we talk a lot and there's a lot of videos. I just want to show you and teach you how I do presence. It's something you can do simple today. So I was watching a TED talk, and this man did he called it water breathing, meaning like you can just drink it or you can take it like water, and you can do it all the time. And that's 4x4 breathing. So 4 inhales, 4 exhales. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so 4 inhales and 4 exhales. Great practice. Here is another simple practice you can do. After you get out the shower, sometimes I'll catch myself doing it and I'm like, Corinne, bring yourself back to presence, girl. Sometimes I catch myself, I'm in the shower or after I get out the shower and I'm like trying to hurry up and go somewhere. So I'm putting on lotion, I'm putting on my shea butter, my cocoa butter, and I tell myself, Corinne, presence. So I might put on spa music, or I might put on classical music or worship music or whatever it is that you want to listen to. And then start moisturizing. If you have a little bit more extra time, you can do a grateful exercise, and it's like as you're moisturizing your hands, I'm grateful for my hands, thank you. Go up to your wrists. I'm grateful for my wrists, thank you. And we're applying more, and then we're going up. I'm grateful for my arm, thank you. Okay, and you do that all over your body. So what this does is it puts your awareness on a part of your body right there, right now. So it brings your awareness might be, oh my God, what's going on with the kids? What happened at their soccer game? What's going on with my mom? But when you can bring it down and then put your attention on a body part, like, it is so beautiful. It's going to slow you down, and this is what you need to get back into your body. The chapter in the book is called Drop Into Your Body, but to get back into your body, that's what you need. Another beautiful one, if you have a park, or if you can walk somewhere and you can see a lot of trees, a lot of nature, a lot of greenery, highly recommend. Because the sounds and the frequency of nature has a healing nature. Just by putting your feet in the grass, or going for a walk by the trees, or walking in water or on sand, wherever you are, I'm not sure where you are, it is healing. It is quite literally so healing. When I get into nature, my brain turns off and I'm just like, oh, this is so beautiful. And a lot of the times, because I like to go hiking, a lot of the times I will like climb a mountain, and from the top of there you can see everything, and you feel small and your problems feel small, and you're just like, oh, I have problems, but it's okay. Like, it's all gonna be okay. I'm telling you, if you've never been on top of a mountain, or if you've never been like at the top of anything, it's gonna be hard to explain. But when I tell you, you're just like, your breath is taken away, and it's such a healing experience. If you have a mountain, or you have a beach, or you have a forest, or you have a park, anything where there is a lot of nature, beautiful. Beautiful. Another thing that you can do to drop into your body is you hook your thumbs together, and you start patting. And what it does is it calms down your parasympathetic nervous system. And what that does is like, hey, we're okay. We're safe. We can breathe. And your nervous system is a very complex network of nerves that go literally all around your body. So if your body is in fight or flight, we hear people say fight or flight. A lot of the times people think it's just our mind that's in fight or flight, but our entire body, our entire physiology we're on guard, right? It's just like, that's how it feels. And there's nothing wrong with the parasympathetic nervous system, because that system is going to allow you to survive. That system pushes all types of chemicals and hormones and signals to your body saying, hey, we need to prepare to fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And it's gonna save your life. But when you're doing that over the long term, it is very stressful to the body to have that amount, to be that on guard all the time, or to be that disassociated all the time. And so you can just literally, you can simply pat like this. Another one I love is movement and dance. So even if you're going throughout your day, This might sound crazy, but I'm telling you, it's really gonna work. You could be at the office and you could literally do something like that, but we want to move the energy in our bodies. I think of a child and how active children are, and then ask yourself, well, why are children so active? Children's bodies already know that in order to be and stay present and to regulate, I need to move. Children already know that. Nobody taught them that. That's why children are wiggly and squirmy and they can never sit still, is because we actually were not meant to sit still for that long and not be moving and not be doing something. Children's bodies already know. So we're going to take a page out of children's book, and we're just going to, as you talk, you can do a little movement. I don't know if you can see, but you can like move your hips. Moving the hips, me personally, one of my favorites. If you just literally start to move your hips, you'll be brought back into your body. So find a way. There's so many different ways, but that's the ones that I'm going to give you, and then that's the ones that I give you in the book. And the reason you need to be able, it's upside down, and the reason you need to be able to drop into your body is because to do the rest of the practices in the book, you need to get really connected. You need to get really, really connected. So let's say, because I'm going to bring it back to relationships. So let's say that you're on a date. Excuse me, you're on a date with a man. This is a scary story, but it turns out to be beautiful. I'm not going to say his name, but he is a notorious killer. And he went out on a date. And he was on a date, and the woman he was on a date with, she gets up and she goes to the bathroom. And then back in that day, they had like the pay phones. So she puts some money in the pay phone and she calls her brother and she says, you need to come get me. Something is wrong. And her brother's like, okay, got it. Her brother comes to pick her up, takes her, so she never goes back to the table with that man. She stays into the bathroom until her brother comes. Then she leaves. That same night in her house, they look out the window and they see the car of that person outside the house. Come to find out, a couple months later, this person is on the television and they are a renowned serial K. I don't want to put the names out. And so what happened with this woman is she did not know who that human being was. But her listening to her body, something was off. And so I want you to think about, let's say he was coming towards her asking her a question and she moved back, and then he came closer and then she moved back. Is that she had enough what is a great word for it? She had enough self-trust to understand that when I feel that something is off, something is off. I'm not questioning it. I'm not confused. I'm not over explaining. I'm not trying to figure out if I'm crazy or if it was the soup I ate yesterday. Something is wrong. I need to leave. And that takes a high level of trust in your body and with yourself for you to do that. Because, you know, anybody could have said, oh my goodness, I'm going to hurt their feelings. You know, he came and he took me out on a date. He picked me up. Da 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 da. Absolutely not. And so that's why it's going to be extremely important in your femininity journey, in your womanly journey, to drop inside your body. If your body says no, it's no. If your body says no, it's no. And most of the time before we engage in self-harming activities, our body will tell us no. We will have to kind of fight our body or explain to our body, okay, no, I'm going to do this actually, but our bodies will tell us no. Our bodies will say, this is a horrible idea. And we're going to be like, no, it's not horrible, da 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 da, no worries, you know, I'm just being weird about it. The body and the intuition knows. So the more you can drop into your body, the more you can listen to the signals, the better your life will become. Because I have never listened to my intuition and been wrong, ever. Point blank, period. And there's times when I think about, oh my God, that was a horrible thing that happened to me. My body and my intuition told me before it happened. And I had to explain it away. I was like, why do I feel like this? Ugh, I'm just being crazy. That person would never do that to me. I'm just being crazy. That would never happen. I'm just being delusional. I could never be the person that happened to. And guess what? It happened. And guess what? My body and my intuition told me. Ding 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 ding. It was like ringing, sounding the alarm. And I was like, no, there's nothing wrong. Nothing's gonna happen. And I was wrong. And my intuition told me, and I did not listen. I have never listened to my body and my intuition and been wrong. And if you go back in your life and you think about the times when your body and your intuition told you, horrible idea, and you did it anyway, and then you realized, oop, it was a bad idea, or great idea, and you followed it and it was right. So drop into your body. If you would like the book is, it's going to be in the description box. The book is available in the description box. And there's also a course that goes along with it. That's a pre-recorded course that you get forever and ever, amen, for the rest of your life that you get to go to. But something super, super special is happening. Is I'm actually doing a live course. So on top of the pre-recorded course that you get, life changer, take notes. On top of the pre-recorded course that you get, I am going to be doing a 3-month intensive. And when I tell you, at the end, you're going to be like, Corinne, I'm going to be like, I know. You're going to tell me how your life got better, how you're happier, how you dropped 10 pounds, how you met an amazing man, how you trust yourself, how you respect yourself, how your self-esteem went up. Like, this is the foundational course to femininity. And so the pre-recorded course is incredible. But that 3-month intensive, life changing. Like life changing. So I do have a pre-sale going on, and the pre-sale is going to be $2,000. That's going to go up at the, what's the month? At the beginning of April, it's going to go up to $3,000. So if I were you, I would get the pre-sale course, girl. I'm so excited because people have read the book and they've already been like, Corinne, this changed my life. Like, this changed my entire life. I didn't know I was dating wrong. I didn't know I was doing this. I didn't know I was doing that. But people always have like more questions and follow-up questions. And what the in-person intensive is going to do is I take you from not knowing anything all the way up until I can't beat good man off with a stick. I have incredible self-respect. I have incredible self-love. You integrate wisdom into your body. And I always say never get played again, but not just in relationships, in life. We work on our connection to the divine. We work on our connection to God. Like, it is incredible. And by the end of it, you'll never have to worry about dating again. But bigger than that, you're going to have tools for life. In your everyday life, in work, in friendships, with your relationship with yourself. So it is an incredible intensive, and I'm so happy to be able to offer that to you guys and invite you into it. So all 3 of those, the book, the pre-recorded course, and then the live intensive that goes with the course, is in the description box. And I am so excited to see you all there. Mwah. And I love you. Don't forget to drop into your body.